No,
All right,
it was
Setup
hard.
Wars is our opportunity to share the imagery that you guys have sent in. So we thank you. We sent out some emails and some requests for DJs across America to send in pictures of their setups at events. We've also pulled some of these from your favorite social media platforms that show off DJ setups. We have a panel here of industry professionals, a couple of us here. Now, look, we're not going to kick your ass for the sake of kicking your ass.
Yeah, I mean, we're not, bringing you on to share some best practices just to kick your ass about what your setup looks like. It's all about sharing ideas and just to get some, quite frankly, some feedback from the outside world of what you're displaying at events. So,
yeah. All right, cool.
Let's kick it off.
So we're going to show 3 pictures. We're going to rate them from 0 to 10. Of course, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Feel free to use decimal points. We'll chat about each one. We'll give each one a score. I can't freaking wait to hear what you guys say. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go, Mickey. I am very excited to hear what you guys got. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
What do you guys think of that? Initial impressions of this?
I feel like it needs a backdrop or something just to cover up the windows. Like it's kind of like tucked in a corner.
Okay.
But I also think that it's sleek and clean as far as there's no tripod stands. You can't see anything like that.
No tripping hazards.
It's black. It's like, that's nice.
I wonder how the sound will come out from that cove.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
interesting.
Because the speakers are in between in that little section. So I don't know if they should be in front more and on the sides.
But it's not a
Interesting
tripping
thought.
hazard
No.
because they're tucked in.
And it's a clean look. I like this one. It's clean.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, this has been my favorite one since we've started doing these.
Agreed.
I mean,
Agreed.
I don't think it's close. I mean, for me as a DJ perspective, I'm always of the opinion that less is more. It's not about, hey, look at me, I'm the DJ. This is the epitome of that. It's clean. It's cable managed well. I really prefer black stretch fabric on totems versus white. I just think it's a more professional look.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lighting tree. I mean, look, is putting your par cans, those LED pars in the middle of your speaker poles the best placement for, I don't know, whatever the purists say is the coverage of the light on the dance floor? Probably not, but I tell you what, that looks good. I mean, it's clean. I love that they're using their own furniture piece. This is literally my favorite one since we've been doing Setup Wars.
I agree 1,000%. I love all the black uniformity, the cables. It's got a little monitor back there. It's great, man. And I know you're not a big fan of computer wraps.
They have. I can't see. Is there a computer?
It is, but it's not obnoxious.
Oh, I didn't.
You know what I mean?
couldn't tell.
So I mean, it's just real good. The only comment I can make, I don't know what you're charging for this, but like once you start getting trusses and moving heads, I know it's not a lot of programming for these 2 fixtures, but just make sure you're getting paid for it. I mean, stop. I'm not saying that this person's doing this, but I know there's a lot of DJs out there that do this. Get paid for whatever you do.
Sure.
Stop throwing in like everything at all night one price, for the night.
But I'll see.
Great job.
I don't know if you guys agree, but I would see this walk in and say, I can already tell. I'm going to guess that this is a good DJ, right?
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
see this and go, okay,
Yeah.
this person's good, or this
Yes.
this is going to be a great DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Great
so
job.
We're going to give this one a score 0 to 10. Decimal points, okay.
8.67.
Oh, there
Wow.
it is.
Very specific.
There it is.
You like
is
that
is the
number?
7 repeating? Is that a repeating decimal?
777.
That's a lot of sevens.
Times infinity. Yeah.
Julie,
I
what
would
do you
agree
think?
with that. I like that. I like that score.
8.67?
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that score.
dude, look, I think that it's tough for me to put a 9 on something because, like, who knows how good something is going to get in the
Yeah.
course of us doing this. This is damn near the closest to 9 that I've ever seen. So I'm going to go, I've given some 8.5s that were not as good as this. It's a 9. It's a 9.0.
Good for that. Then that says a lot about you. That's a
I don't
very
like-
strong rating.
Yeah.
I never give anyone, even ourselves, for perfection at a 10. This is my highest by far, 8.5.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
job.
really good. Whoever this is, it's really good.
Nice job.
What do you guys think? Initial opinions, Team Bombshell.
Okay, you go.
I think they have lightsabers
Yep.
They're
Very
lightsabers.
as
Star
decoration.
Warsy.
Yeah. So if that's what they're going for, that's good.
Maybe it was May 4th. Get it?
Nikki, can you input a groan there in post-production?
Oh man. I don't like all the white. I think that it makes everything pop out more.
Yeah.
Again, this DJ, there's tripods. I don't like that either, but the rest of it's kind of sleek and
Yeah. I don't know what are those speakers? The two. What
Like
are
what are those tall
two
pole things?
square things with
Yes,
the
those are
poles?
speakers. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I like that those are boxed off and there's no tripping has. I don't like the white either, and I don't like the mirror behind it. That throws me off too, but it's not theirs.
Yeah, I can't blame them for the venue's
So
crummy mirror, but yeah.
I mean, it's clean, but maybe it's the white on white that I don't like. The floor is white, and then that's white.
Yeah.
And the lights are just, I can't get past those lights.
They really do look like lightsabers.
Yeah. I don't.
But it's clean.
You know what's so funny? And I love that you guys said it. Yeah, both of you, without prompting from us, said, I don't like the white. I'll tell you that right now, the white out DJ thing, the white facade, the white speaker, everyone's buying this stuff. They think it's so hot. And I love it when someone in the industry, who's literally your job is style. Style
seriously.
people, and you say you hate that.
What don't you like about the white?
I hate it too.
It screams just attention. And I don't think that the DJ's, no offense, not the center of attention.
I think, black, I think, looks more high end.
More professional.
I love, this is my
Like
favorite.
this kind of
This
looks
is
like
great
white, kind of
feedback.
looks tacky.
Kind of looks like, okay, what was that thing back in the day with the paint
The paint.
and the spray, and it's like a
So
brave,
do you think this is the
like a
equivalent of
rave?
like rolling in
Yeah.
like with a Mercedes? Like, hey, look at me.
Yeah,
Like
this
a-
is
but a
very
white
like
Mercedes.
A white
tacky.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Or a pink Mercedes or something.
Dude, I love that you guys have said that because it is very popular in our space right now that everyone's whiting stuff out.
Yeah.
And I see it. I have exactly the same response. Like, I just don't want to be seen that much. Like, it's not that it's not about me, but it's I just don't need to be, hey, everybody look at the DJ to be thinking I'm doing a good job.
I think if this
Yeah.
was all black, it would be good. And,
I agree.
And
Oh
no
my God.
lightsabers.
But I think a lot of it depends on a market, like where you are in
It's
the
po-
market.
it
There's
is
people, just like certain states or certain cities within the states, they love that stuff.
There's an inside joke for you guys if you watch
Inside
the
joke,
show.
California. But like, a lot of my friends in New Jersey, they have white
Look,
setups.
I know DJs that are killing it. We
Yeah.
had on our second episode DJ Joe Bun, and I watch his setup videos. The guy is the leader in the industry and everything. His setup's all white. There must be a segment of brides somewhere who don't hate this, but I just think it's interesting that without prompting, two people whose job it is style. They're in our industry, and one just had a wedding not that long ago, and one is planning a wedding. And they're like, I hate this stuff in white. I just think that is something you should think about.
Definitely.
As a DJ, like,
yes.
hey.
So what do you do in your area? We're not going to buy white gear.
Yeah. Right.
It almost
it
looks
might be
like
different if you're
club-like,
in
more
a different
club-like
state.
than a wedding or event,
Yeah.
right?
I think people
Good.
think white, the wedding's white, that, it should be white. I just totally disagree. Now, look, I agree with also what you said. This would be 1,000 times better if it was black. I do think it's very interesting. They're using LED bars. I mean, we use LED bars. I mean, I'm not saying the thing you're calling lightsabers. We use also on the front of our table. We put them horizontal instead of vertical. I think this is a very interesting way to do LED bars. They have them just kind of posted up on tripods. I think that it's creative. I think I actually haven't seen this. I think it's a creative way of doing it. I think it is a very unique look, and I agree that the first thing I saw also was like, oh, it's like a lightsaber. So it's interesting. But I would say, look, if this was in black, I would be giving this a way higher score. It's really clean. I can tell this DJ knows what they're doing. They put effort into making their setup look good. They know that's important. It's cable managed well. It's a little bold for me. Like, I wouldn't want a DJ behind that. But I see where they're going. And in their market, that might be all the hotness.
Right. I like it. I happen to like white gear. I know it's not the best for our market, so we don't invest in it. But I happen to think it looks really, really sick. I don't know. Just like walking into an event, I don't know what event this is. I don't know what's going on. But if your first reaction is lightsaber, I happen to like this. But if the only thing that I would suggest I think just don't buy silver speaker stands ever. Silver. It should
silver
be
or are they
black.
white?
They're silver.
I think they're white.
They should be black. I mean, even if you own silver speaker stands, you shouldn't. I mean, you need to invest in black. It just looks better. It's cleaner. It's not so karaoke bar-ish, in my humble opinion.
Here's what I'd love. I would love. Look, mostly these will be DJs watching this thing. This is a DJ show. So we're gonna have a bunch of DJs who all say, yeah, the white looks sick. I mean, for whatever it is in our DNA as DJs, we think the white looks dope. When Pioneer releases a new console in white, we all go apeshit. We want the white one.
Mickey
It's dope.
bought one.
Right. And like we see everything matchy in white at these conferences we go to look at new gear. We're like, oh my God, it looks hot. And I just think we should all just take a minute and think, okay, but their first reaction as someone who has planned weddings and literally their job is styling at weddings was, that was in black, it'd be way better.
Yeah.
Just put it out there.
Good stuff.
I have a question though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would
in
you
the front row.
ever, like, what if a bride was like, I want white gear or I want black gear? Like, would you cater to that? Or is it like, nope, this is what it looks like? Like, have you ever had somebody ask for it? Like,
in
this
our
will go with
market, our clientele is not there.
Okay.
Because they have nothing. I don't even know if they know that white gear exists.
Okay.
Besides, I don't think that they've had the exposure to that type of environment to ask those questions.
Yeah, and I don't know if this answers your question, but I would say this.
Party.
And maybe this answers your question at some level. When I do a presentation with a client, and if they bring up, hey, so what's up with your gear or that, my pitch to them is we try to disappear. Like the places where we work are really pretty spaces. But what I want is someone to walk into that pretty space and go, oh, this place is so pretty, not, oh, this place is so pretty, but there's the freaking DJ, right? Now we can make your venue look good, but when we're doing that, it's about accentuating the venue, not about accentuating our workstation.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do pretty well, right? So that pitch isn't detracting from our business. So I haven't even said, oh, but can you get the gear that looks like this? No one's ever asked me for that. But again, I mean, look, there certainly could be markets where a bride would see that at a show, a bridal show, and something. Oh, we like that person because their setup looks cool. I don't know if that's true or not. I just know for me, in our market, it's not asked for, and I of course I'm feeling all good about myself. I hate in the white, and when I have someone says that was the first thing I said, I feel like, okay.
So what would you do for ratings?
Yeah, give us a
ladies.
score.
Give us some numbers.
What do you think? I don't know. Go ahead. Just tell them. Just
7.5. 1.
7.5.
Wow, you guys like this? You know
Really? 7.5?
It's really high. Now, it's high.
Well, it's
I thought you
clean.
like white.
No, look.
We don't like the color, but if you made it black and it's not lightsaber-y and it's just clean like that, it's
Well, no,
nice.
but if you made it black, even with the lightsabers, I think if it was black,
yeah,
it would be okay.
And I think
I'm
it's
with
a
you.
different
or turn
vibe,
the lightsabers. Just
like
turn them.
a California, Vegas type of vibe, or like a pool party vibe, or like a rave
right.
vibe. That's what I get from it. So if it's in that perspective, it's good.
And we
So
don't
if
know.
this showed up at your wedding, what is it?
Yeah.
At the port.
Well, that would blend right in. You wouldn't even notice it. I just don't like the white.
Okay.
So
Still 7.5?
So if it showed up at your wedding, what would you do?
you better go get some paint.
cover that thing.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Well, I don't know if it's bad enough that if this showed up that anyone's going to say get rid of it, but I just think in a preference, look, what's so funny is I just spent the last however minutes we've been talking about this bashing the white, but I'm also going to give this thing a 7.5.
Right?
It's a person who's obviously put a lot of effort into making sure their setup looks good. They've done a great job. The gear is great. It's a very creative way of using LED bars that we've used for a million years, and I haven't been that creative with them. I'm not, I don't know, but I say that it's clean. It's well done. I would again, like the last one, look at this setup and say, okay, this is probably a really good DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So after I spent 5 minutes bashing it, it's also it's a 7.5 for me too.
I'm going to throw it a 7 3/4. I
Do
can't
that?
give it
Mickey
an
ruling
8.
on 7 3/4.
I can't give it an 8 because I'm seeing legs of those stands.
Yeah, if they
just
scrim that
cover
up,
them
maybe.
up, scrim it up, or just cover the feet up.
But
Well
I
done.
do, but it is well done. It is
Well
very
done.
well done.
In the front.
And we just talked
Yeah.
about it for
And the sides.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We all gave it a good score. All right, Nikki, last one, number 3 for Setup Wars. These have been good ones. Both of these have been good. This has been the best. Oh, God. Spoke too soon.
Oh, boy.
All right, you guys. What do you guys think about this? First reactions.
This is a side gig, graduation party, newbie or oldie, but doesn't want to advance in what's
Great
current.
observations.
Yeah.
That's really good.
These are all
Thank
things
you,
I'm thinking about in my
guys.
head.
Thank you.
I like how they covered up the table.
But it's white.
But it's white, but it's still covered, so you can't see his feet, the cords.
Which is
They
likely
have
done by
all
the
that stuff.
venue, but we
And-
don't know
Okay,
for sure.
yeah.
Is the light, the T-bar, are the lights facing the DJ booth or the dance floor? Or are they
Dance
just
floor.
off?
Dance floor.
They're off. It's not on. They're not turned on. But
Obviously, that's a tripping thing. Like
all the tripods.
Don't like. There's a lot of cords on the table. There's a drink maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny is that they stage this for a picture. I mean, I would assume the only person who cares about taking this picture is the DJ themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because otherwise, why is there a picture of it? And you didn't bother to like take your soda out of the picture.
Right. And I feel like too, like something about low just tables, just your fold up table. It's just like you're like hunched over the whole time. You're like not. It's not like up and in it.
It looks like it's
going.
set up to have the entertainers sit behind it.
Right.
There's a laptop there, and
I think there is a chair behind
that.
it. Yeah, it's like graduation party, 60th anniversary.
Or maybe the entertainer needs to sit. Maybe they have plantar fasciitis or a bad hip or something.
I know, but I know what's so funny about it. And that could all be true. But that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this was I can just envision a DJ sitting in a chair behind the setup.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't put the tripod behind them, the lighting tripod, because they had to have room for a chair.
Yeah.
Is what I just thought.
So keep your comments to under 2 minutes because you can probably go until open house at 7 o'clock for this.
Yeah, look, DJ 101 is cover the bottom of your tripods with something. I mean, nothing screams, hi, I'm a brand new DJ, than I bought the DJ starter kit, tripod, T-bar, 4 park ends that go on a tree. The speakers are at different heights. There's, nothing covering the wires. I mean, a lot of this, screams, new DJ to me. And it's not necessarily like, hey, go out and spend a lot more money on gear. There's some very simple things that somebody new could do to make this better. One, get the lighting tree out from in front of you, put it somewhere not going to trip over it. Like literally ask the venue. If you don't have scrims or something to cover your tripods, I know it's not the best look on the planet, but go to the venue manager and say, hey, do you have an extra 3 linens that you're using for the tables, and put them on the bottom of your tripods? Maybe you'll match at least the tables that are out there. Mm-hmm. Do something better. I mean, you have a skirt around the table. Run your cables, behind the skirt so you don't see all that stuff on the table. Do something to at least on your tabletop to cover your technology there a little bit. I'm not saying, hey, you have to spend a lot of money to make your DJ setup good, but you could take the same gear and do some minor tweaks to the setup to make it look
and that's
much
the
more
thing
professional.
Is that the visuals of this screams lower budget, cheap performance, right? Or maybe not performance, but I'm not going to pay a lot for this person versus the others.
I'm going to question. I would see this and I would walk in and say, oh, we might be for a long night with the DJ.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? If I was at an event with my family and I saw this, and look, I really try not to be Captain Judgmental.
Yeah.
I mean, not that my wife lets me go to many weddings anymore.
Right.
Because of that, I'll be a dick and be judgmental to the DJ. But I would say it to myself, hopefully myself only, that, oh God, this is somebody new or that doesn't care. No,
I mean, I don't want to bash this person. And if you are all about getting better, and that's the purpose of this podcast, is to hopefully this inspires you to get better. Some thought has gone into this that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to buy this gear because I like being a DJ.
Yeah.
So, I'm with you. Congratulations. I'm there with you in spirit. You have speakers on stands. Great job. You tried to wrap cables. There's a lot of room for improvement here that I see. Liability, first off, that tree is got to get behind the effing table. I mean, that screams drunk person or trip hazard, and now you're in for a world of hurt financially. You got to invest in some longer cables. That cable run is way too short from the speaker to the one solo wraparound into the box.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're going to use that setup, there is no controller. Invest in a controller, a rack. If you're going to use that setup, I don't want to effing see it. So put your drink underneath your table, hide all those cables. It just looks like ass. And I don't know what your situation is where you have to be sitting. If it's a medical issue, I get it. But we're trying to overcome the stigma and stereotypes of DJs that we're not flirting with bridesmaids, we're not getting drunk at bars, and we're not sitting down behind tables. So I don't know the situation, but just take that into consideration.
Easy fix for this would have been 2 linens borrowed from the venue. And put the tree behind you. And
get rid of the tree, the lighty tree, and then what is that? Is that a bag? Get the bag from out of here.
All right, so
and turn the lights off on the speakers.
I like that actually.
Really, the green one? Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've kicked their ass, but Team Bombshell, let's give them a score. Yeah. You don't know them. It's okay.
It's a 4.2.
Very good. I like the very specific
Wow.
nature of the 4.2. Yeah, look, I mean, Rich said some important things here. Like, there's some novice DJs or DJs that have stopped caring that would put speakers on that table or on not tripods, or anything else. Who knows? So there's certainly crazier things we've seen than this. Like, the basics are here. You've got your gear on the right kinds of equipment to hold them. So that earns you some points. For me, it's a 4.0 for me also.
3.5.
Wow.
3.5 for me.
Very good.
So yeah.
All right, good perspective. I love that one. I'm gonna take some parts of that one where we're talking about white gear and make t-shirts out of it. That's right. Damn right. Hey,
Awesome.
And that's it for us.
That is it.
Team
Another
Bombshell. Thank you guys so
episode
much. You guys
of
want to plug
Setup
something? You
Wars.
guys got socials that you want to plug or your website?
You can go ahead.
Our website is bombshellbeauty.me. Check us out.
Love it.
That's good. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Always
you.
a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
What'd you say?
So get us out of here. Take us home.
Oh, well,
It's the end of the episode.
I'm not usually do this. Everybody, we hope you enjoyed that episode. It is awesome. It was a great content. Always a great seeing you, ladies.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give us some comments, feedback below. We'd love to hear it. It helps our algorithms. And next time,
See ya.
we out.
Peace. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of Setup Wars, where you bravely submit your setups and our panel gives them a score. Blow up the comment section below of what you thought of this week's setups. And if you want to submit your setup, email us at TheRealDJShow@RochesterDJ.com. Of course, we want you along every time. So like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the little bell so you get notifications of all our new content. And if you want to see the episode in full where this came from, check out the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.